Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work. So you just got your iPhone 10, or you're interested in the iPhone 10, and you want to see the initial setup. I'm about to show you. So, let's start the video, show you what I'm talking about. Pow. Alright guys, so here's the startup screen. As soon as you power it on, you got the multiple different languages here, so I guess you just have to swipe or swipe up. So now you got to swipe up now instead of swiping right. I'm try to focus in. So now it's a little bit too dark, so I'll just lighten it up just a bit. So let's hit English. Let's go to our country. So let's go back to the United States. Alright, so here is the quick start. If you have an iPhone or iPad running iOS 11, bring it nearby to sign in automatically. So I can sign on automatically. I do have an iPad, but you know what? I'm going to do it manually so I can show you what you could do if you do it manually if you are new to iOS. So let's hit set up manually. So let's go to my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi didn't pop up. Okay, so here it goes right here. So let me just sign in. I'll be right back. Okay, so it's now logging in. So shout out to the iPhone. It feels like a 3GS on the side, man. I just can't get over how these sides feel. They're not grippy at all. They're very slippery, especially if you have sweaty hands. So let's just hit next. So as far as the notch right now, it looks okay. So it's setting up. Let's see what happens here. So I could tell it's the OLED, and as you can see, you see a little bit of tinting action. So it's setting up my iPhone. So after your number pops up, it's gonna say next. So you hit next. It may take a few minutes to activate your iPhone. So you gotta authenticate, especially if you buy it from a carrier. So let me just put in my social. Alright. So now it's activating my device. Alright, so it takes a few minutes to activate your iPhone. Alright, so let's just wait this out. So as far as my first impressions, guys, it's very, very slippery. So you definitely will need a case for this device. But it feels really, really premium. Very slippery. The notch, it looks a little bit annoying right now. But let's see if I could get used to it. I'm just not used to iPhones having this problem. I mean, it's not really a problem. I mean, it's like a hardware thing here. So it's asking me to set up Face ID, and we could do that later because I want to make a separate video on that. So let's go to setup later in settings. So ask for a passcode, so you could do 4 digits or the custom password. So let's just do my temporary password. It says that it's easily guessed. Use it anyways. It's just for the video. It will be changed, trust me. Alright. So if you have a backup that's through iCloud or through iTunes, or if you want to set it as a new iPhone, or if you want to move data from an Android device, that's possible as well. I'm gonna focus in, give it a little bit more light so it doesn't look like it's pink. It's not really pink. That's how it picks up on the video. So let's just set up as a new iPhone. As a matter of fact, I'll press each one and see exactly what happens. So if you're from Android, let's see what happens. If you have an Android phone or tablet, you could transfer your photos, messages, and more to this phone. And download the Move to iOS app on your Android device to get started. So that's dope. Restore from iTunes. So you have to connect it to your device. iCloud, you got to sign in. So let's just set up as new. So you have to input your Apple ID and password, and if you don't have one, you have to go through these steps, but I do have one, so let me input it real quick. So the activation code has been put in, and I had to pick it up from another iOS device. So that notch, oof, that looks like it's bigger than I thought it was going to be. But the premium feel of this is awesome. Alright, so it may take a few minutes to set up your Apple ID. So it feels, I don't know how do I feel about these black borders around the phone. It kind of looks a little bit weird. It's not screen to screen. So I think with any type of white background or gray background or yellow, I mean, it's gonna look a little bit weird. So hopefully having these little borders on the side helps with the drop protection. So let's just wait until this sets up and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so it finally set up. So now it's asking for express settings if you want to do that, or if you want to customize your settings. So let's head into customize settings and see what pops up. So it's the location services. They ask you first. Apple Pay, I'll set that up later. I definitely use Apple Pay. It's a definitely win. Let's go to Siri. Okay, so Hey Siri is now ready. You just hit continue. And the iPhone analytics, no, I don't share that. True tone display. So let's see how this looks without it, with it and without it. So here's how it looks without it, and here's how it looks with it. Now, in my personal opinion, I think it looks better without it. I'm going to be totally honest with you because it looks a little bit yellow. So it's that same situation that's with the Pixel, where you know it looks like a little bit yellow instead of like the real white. So I'm gonna hit continue. So how you go home is you have to swipe up, okay? To switch between apps, you have to hold up and pause. Swipe up from the bottom edge and pause to show the app switcher, okay? To quickly access controls, you swipe down from the right to open Control Center. Press firmly on a control to reveal more options, okay? So welcome to iPhone, guys. So it's just a swipe up. There we go. We're finally set up, guys. So on a 64 gigabyte model, you have only 7 apps installed. 64 gigabytes is the capacity, and available it's 53.62, and out the box it's running 11.01. So you should have a software update to 11.1 right over there. So let's just see what else is installed. So you have to swipe up to go home. So here's the app that it actually comes with. So I think as soon as it powers up, it looks pretty normal to me. But here are the apps that you get. So my first impressions of the iPhone 10, it is very, very impressive, guys. It's a well-built device, and I love the fact that it has black borders instead of the white borders, but it still bothers me, you know, how these little borders are all around the phone. But you know what? I'm going to do a little size comparison real quick. Alright guys, so here's a little size comparison. Here's the Pixel 2 XL, the LG V30. And if you guys have the iPhone C and you're finally upgrading, this is the iPhone 5C. Let's see it from the back. Alright, so here's the size comparison. So that's basically it. Let's see it from the front view. Alright, so iPhone 10 in the middle. So the V30 has like a similar size on a Pixel, you know what the Pixel is. Alright guys, so there you go. And if you have the iPhone 5C, that's the comparison with that one. And if you have the iPhone 4, you could check this out. As far as size like that, and the size in the front. So I don't use this one because of the cracked screen, and it's pretty old anyways. But shout out to one of the first glass phones that Apple ever made. Alright guys, so here's my first impressions and the initial setup of the iPhone 10. I just showed you exactly what to do and what you have to go through as an Android user and as a returning iPhone user as well. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and follow Phone Tech at Work for more videos like this of the iPhone 10 and more tech to come. So, to the next video guys, peace.